pace. In Africa, Ebola, tuberculosis, malaria and HIV have claimed many lives, but they have also forced scientists and doctors there to innovate. The BBC senior Africa correspondent Anne Soy takes a look at how the health emergencies of the past have put the continent in a stronger position to tackle COVID-19.
Ebola in the Democratic Republic of Congo has had her neighbors on high alert for months. This was the routine at the arrival lounges in many African countries. Then came COVID-19, and screening at the ports of entry continued. On this front, Africa had a head start, and the lag in the arrival of the disease helped many to prepare.
Well, I think Africa has, in the main, had the gift of time, in that it's been able to see the way different parts of the Western world, different parts of the world in Asia have reacted. And I've been struck that there has been less of the denialism that's been prevalent in the West and in China. I've seen less of that in Africa, which is encouraging. I see many African countries taking it very seriously.
Habits are also changing rapidly in communities across Africa, like they had to during outbreaks of Ebola. Movement across countries is now limited to cargo. And even here, there is caution.
In the 80s and 90s, this highway from the port of Mombasa to Kigali became a route through which HIV spread into rural areas. Centers where truck drivers stopped, parked and lodged for the night became hotspots of infection. And with COVID-19, countries have quickly identified them as a high-risk group, and here in Kenya, they are being screened. But in Uganda, it's been taken a notch higher. They are testing every truck driver arriving in the country. And so far, they've identified cases even when they are asymptomatic.
South Africa has stood out. It has the largest outbreak on the continent, but a massive community health response is underway. Tuberculosis testing equipment has been repurposed, set up in dozens of mobile laboratories, and sent to townships and villages for mass testing.
The West has commandeered most of the materials for this testing because they're facing crisis, and we're sort of further back in the queue asking for these sort of things. So for us to try and get access to it, we're probably going to have to develop a lot of the technology ourselves.
And open the door for the next one, right?
That's what scientists are trying to do at the Desmond Tutu laboratory. Ongoing research into a possible test for TB, where samples are collected from breath, is now looking at COVID-19. It's the race to find homegrown solutions for a global problem. The continent's chances of averting a major disaster lie in the success of its swift and hard response to the pandemic. But it's still too early to say if it is working. Anne Soy, BBC News, Nairobi.